Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ariel. If you are new here, my name is Ariel and welcome to my channel. So, I know it's been 2 weeks. Really, I just was having time management issues. My kids was out of school. Y'all know I work. Y'all know I'm a mom. You know how this stuff go. But yes, I'm back. I set a goal that I don't want to let 1 month go by without me posting on my channel. So today I want to talk about Game of Thrones. I have been binge watching Game of Thrones like crazy for the past like 2 weeks. Yeah. Because I was in the house with my kids, and it's like, I like to rewatch shows, but I got tired of rewatching the shows that I always rewatch. So I wanted to watch something else. Now, I've glimpsed through Game of Thrones before, so I know how it ends. I didn't really have any feelings about it because I wasn't invested like everybody else. But I thought I would rewatch it and actually pay attention this time. It's actually a funny show. Like, this show was actually hilarious. So we're gonna talk about season 1 today because I just cannot sum up 8 seasons into one video. So I'm gonna do it a season at a time. I even tried to take notes for y'all, but I got so caught up. I was like, I can't even keep up. I can't even keep up with my notes. I can't even keep up with my thoughts because so much stuff is happening. So I got a little bit of notes. I got a little bit of ice because y'all know I'm addicted. And yeah, we're going to talk about Game of Thrones. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is how this show right here is not for everybody. It's not. 15 minutes in, you about to see dead kids, dead women, dead people. Like, they don't waste no time. They get straight to it. And they don't care about who they kill. Not only will you see, like, dead kids and dead women, they will actually show, like, women and kids being killed, animals being killed. They had a scene up on there where the man sliced off the head of a horse. Like, how y'all know I want to see? Was it necessary to include that? Like, one thing about Game of Thrones, they gonna sprinkle some shit in for dramatics. And I'm here for it. So the first person I want to talk about is my boy Ned Stark. Justice for my boy Ned Stark, because he was a good man, Savannah. He was a good man. He loved his wife, he loved his family, and he did his job very well. And he mind his business. I love a man that mind his business. We couldn't even get 2 seasons of just seeing him be an amazing father, an amazing husband, an amazing best friend. Because to be honest, I feel like out of everybody that was in the king's life, I feel like he loved Ned Stark the most. He didn't love his wife, Cersei. That's a whole nother topic. He didn't love her. He didn't care about them kids. He didn't care about them women he was sleeping with. But the way he talked to Ned Stark, he was always so sentimental. Of course, like, they had a little scene where they got into it. Even that just like showed, like, cause as angry as he was able to get him that quickly, like, oh, you're not gonna take my side? You supposed to be my brother. Like, and then like, yeah, I'm your brother, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. So yes, I honestly feel like out of everybody of the main characters, the king, he loved his best friend. He cherished his best friend. He showed the most grace and the soft side to Ned. And that's so crazy. So yes, we got my boy Ned Stark. He at home with his wife, his kids. He got his job and stuff. He's stable, taking care of his people. You know, the king come like, hey, why don't you come down south, work for me? I got money, I got power, I got bitches. Yeah, let's go down south and kick it. So he goes down south to go work for the king. Now, he starts investigating why the person who had the position before him, the position of the hand, he starts investigating why the hand passed away. I don't know who planted the seed. Who planted that seed? Oh yeah. They got the letter, and the letter came in the mail saying they killed him and the king is in trouble. I think that's why Ned took the position, because he really was like, I don't want to go down there. He was just in bed telling his wife, I don't really want to go down there. But then when they got that raven saying that the king was in trouble, he like, okay, well, let me go down there and make sure my friend is okay. You know, I feel like that is what pushed him to make that decision, because he was not trying to go. He was, because she was, you can say no, you ain't gotta go, and he was like, I ain't really fucking with that. So he go down there, he start investigating that man's death. And then you got, you know, little Bran who got pushed out the window. So they like, he trying to dig into like, what's going on with these people? Because I can't just go down there accusing them of this and that, you know, without their proof. So he's looking into proof of, you know, why the previous hand died. And then his wife is looking into proof of who pushed their son out the window. And in the midst of all of this investigating, he finds out that the queen sleeping with her brother and them kids that she have ain't even the king's kids. They her brother's kids. This where Ned Stark went wrong. When you got the drop on somebody, don't never tell them. But Ned Stark was a man of honor, integrity. So he like, listen, I know your secret. The jig is up. Just go on and leave. You know, I'm going to tell the king when he come back. Go on and leave before he get back so he don't kill all y'all. And that's where he went wrong. Because I think as soon as he had that conversation with the queen, Cersei, yeah, she said, oh yeah, this nigga finna go. Let me show this nigga who he fucking with. She said, let me show this nigga who you fucking with. I ain't going no motherfucking where. As a matter of fact, you might want to hold your head on tight. Poor Ned Stark get betrayed. He get betrayed by the sneakiest man on this show. And my thing is about, what's his name, Baelish, Littlefinger, whatever. He looked like a nigga I wouldn't trust half of a person that looked like him. He looked like a sneaky man. He looked like a nerd. He looked like a nerd that's trying to get revenge. And that's exactly what he is. He is a nerd trying to get revenge on this show. Another thing I feel like is why you shouldn't have somebody in your circle that you know wants something that you got. I don't care how much value they may bring. I would never be friends with a girl who I know want my man. I would never be cool with a girl who I know want my man. And anything she say to me, I would take it with a grain of salt. Because I don't trust you. You want my man. And it's the same thing. Baelish was whispering up in his ear. He was whispering in his ear the whole time. And ended up betraying him. And got poor Ned Stark locked up. How he go from the Warden of the North, now he in jail. Revenge of the nerds. He wants your wife. He trying to take you out so he can get your wife. And his wife, Kat, ain't there, I think her name, Kat, yeah, Kat, she cool. I like her character. She don't play. She don't play about her man. She don't play about her kids. Because when she was fighting that man that came up in there to try to kill her son, man, and he had that knife right here. She had her hand on that knife, and like you could see the blood, like the knife cut her. Of course, didn't cut her for real, but like you could see, like she was fighting that knife off. Like, you ain't finna take me out. You ain't finna take out my baby. You got me messed up. You know, she a little redhead. She fiery, and she cute. She got like them big pretty eyes and stuff. Yeah, I like her. And then you see how quick she went off on Littlefinger when he like brought her into that brothel. She's like, I'm queen of the north. Don't be bringing me up here with these hoes. Who do you think I am? I think out of all the characters on this show in season 1, I related to Sansa the most. Y'all see how she passed out when she saw her daddy head get chopped off? If that wasn't me, my girl was in distress. She pleaded for her daddy. Please don't kill my daddy. Please let me talk to him. Let me write him a letter. Let me see him. And they killed her daddy anyway. Can you say distressed? And I think Joffrey did that on purpose because he knew how much it was going to hurt her and he wanted to hurt her. Like, yeah, she think I'm finna save his life. I'm about to chop his nigga head off right in her face. And that poor girl passed out. She couldn't even take it. I wouldn't have been able to take it too, girl. I really resonated with her. I think they said, she was 13, 14. I really resonated with her because I feel like at that same age, I acted just like her. Like, just so dramatic like that. She's so dramatic. I love it. I'm here for it. That little sister, Arya, Yeah, she be on go. She crazy. She embodies everything of that they say that the second child is. You know how they say your second child is your crazy child, your wild child. Even though she's not the second child, she definitely like gives second child syndrome. She is the second daughter, so she gives all of that. Every time I turn around, that little girl trying to fight somebody. She told the queen, leave lady alone. She wasn't there. Don't touch her. Like, girl, that's the queen. She tried to fight her sister. She just snatched Sansa's hair. You a liar. I'm finna beat your ass. You a liar. She is hilarious, and I just admire the courage and the strength that she has, even at the young age that she is. You can't tell that little girl nothing. Poor Bran, he done got pushed out the window. Bran was he's such a little cutie pie. But he going through some things right now. He done lost the function of his legs, so I'm not going to say too much about him. And I feel like that's pretty much it as far as the important kids. Jon Snow, he done went to the wall. You know, he like, y'all don't treat me like family anyway, so I'm finna go. I'm finna get the fuck up out of here. I ain't got no time. I ain't got nothing holding me here. Don't even know who my mama is. I'm about to go to the wall. And then the oldest son, you know, his dad got locked up, so he trying to get his daddy back, but they end up killing his daddy. So now all he's seeing is red. He just seeing red. Like, I got something for y'all. I got y'all brother. I got your brother. What you gonna do about it? Give me my sisters. But they done lost Arya. She done took off. They cut all her hair off, made it look like a boy. I don't know who that man was, but shout out to him because he really was looking out for her. If they would have found her, they would have. I don't think she would have did well being like a prisoner like Sansa is. Like Sansa, she got to marry Joffrey, so she kind of just trying to do what she can to keep the peace. But Arya, she just gives. I don't want to hear shit y'all saying. I don't want to do nothing you asking me to do. Like, she just gives. She would have been a problem if they would have captured her. So, but yeah, so I like the Stark family. You know, they're a family of good character, good morals, good integrity. They mind their business. They cool. Now the Lannisters. We're gonna talk about the Lannisters. Cersei, clearly she's the antagonist of this show because she stirs up some stuff. But what I will say about her is that I have to respect her for how she moved as the queen, because yes, even though those aren't the king's kids, those are still her kids, and ain't nobody finna run me and my kids out of this luxury living. Ain't nobody finna trick me about my spot, not even you, Ned Stark. Y'all know I still vote Ned Stark. But yeah, I respect her just as a mother, doing what she got to do to make sure her kids is straight and taken care of at all times. So, you know, yes, she is the antagonist. Yes, she did stir up trouble season 1. I got to respect her. She making sure her kids is straight. Jaime, he's arrogant. He's like an arrogant knight who was in love with his sister. That's really just how I feel about him. He's arrogant. As far as season 1 goes, he's just an arrogant knight that's in love with his twin sister, and I really don't think much of him. He a funny prisoner. One thing I will say, that he's very resilient. They got him hostage, and how you a prisoner and you talking shit? Like, what? Even when he don't got the upper hand, he still got the upper hand. He like, yeah, y'all got me, but I don't give a fuck. Like, he just still be talking shit. You chained up talking shit. Like, I feel like he could have been black in another life. Like, he's so arrogant and just make a joke out of everything. And I feel like it pisses them off, like how he handles himself even as a prisoner. It's like, oh, I can't stand this thing. I want to just kill him, but they can't kill him because they need him. So I thought that was really funny. And then the other brother, Tyrion. I like him. He funny. One of my favorite scenes of this season was when he slapped his nephew. He cracked me up. He said, say another word, I'm gonna slap you again. That wasn't, I'm telling mother. You know what? That's what it is. If I don't give a damn was a family, the Lannisters embody all of that. All of them. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. Because they don't. And they stand on it. And that's what I'm saying. I gotta respect them for that. Even when they're being threatened, they like, You ain't saying shit new under the sun. And I think that's quite hilarious. So, yes, they are clearly the antagonists of the show. Well, I'm not going to say all of them. Well, Jamie is the antagonist because he did push Bran out the window. And then Cersei, she stirred that shit up with Ned Stark. So, and she's sleeping with her brother. Like, ew, what? So clearly they're the antagonist family of the show as a whole. Tyrion is just guilty by association. Cause he ain't nothing like them, and he really do not be afraid to call him out on that stuff. You see, he was being shady at the breakfast table after they pushed Bran out the window. He like, yeah, they say he ain't gonna die. I can't wait to hear what he gotta say. I wonder what happened to him. Like it's given. I know y'all got something to do with it, and y'all might get caught, and you're on your own if you do. I ain't got no parts. Tyrion, he's funny, he's clever. I love his character. The Lannisters, they'll give a damn about nobody but themselves. Now I'm gonna get into these kids. Joffrey, that the oldest son, the oldest incest son, that boy is evil. Everything that is wrong with him, I feel like is his mama's fault. Y'all see how she straight up lied to this boy in his face, knowing that she lied in his face, but she basically told him you can make your reality whatever you want it to be. She been lying to him his whole life. He is literally just detached from reality. He has no type of empathy. He's evil. And he don't even like Sansa. He like, do I gotta marry her? He don't even want to marry her. But he in her face like, oh yes, my princess, my queen. Oh, but soon as Ned Stark passed, excuse me, as soon as he got Ned Stark killed, he said, okay, I can show this bitch how I really feel about her now. Alright, so now that we wrapped up what's going on over there, across the narrow sea, we got little Miss Dany, her brother, and Lisa Bonet husband. So, Dany, beautiful. She is so pretty. That silver wig, that 613, they talk like, yeah. Looks good on my girl. Her brother done married her off to Lisa Bonet husband. I will call him her abusive brother because he giving abuse. He's giving, I've been abusing and lying to this girl my whole life, but she don't got nobody else, so she stuck to me until she got with Lisa Bonet husband. Until she got with Lisa Bonet husband. I feel like Dany was everyone's favorite character from what I saw like years ago. Like, that's who everybody was rooting for to be on the Iron Throne. I don't know. I mean, she's cool. She seems very sweet. She seemed real naive. I loved how her relationship with her husband, like, ended out. It started off real rough, real rocky. If you know, you know. But they did end up falling in love, and she got pregnant. But see, now, even though Dany was everybody's favorite character, I'm finna come for her. So you might not like what I'm finna say, but Dany really got her husband killed. She was the reason her husband got killed. And I think it's so crazy because her husband was like the complete opposite of Ned Stark. Like, Ned Stark, he prioritized his work and his duty over his family. Well, his work, his duty, and his integrity over his family. And I feel like ultimately that integrity part is what got him killed. I feel like he felt like going to the south to protect the king was more important to staying in Winterfell and protecting his family and his people. He left to go do his work instead. Dany's husband, I feel like he went wrong listening to her too much. Cause she just like, oh yes, let's go take the Iron Throne. He like, I'm tired of hearing about this Iron Throne shit. I'm sick of this shit. I don't even care. Hey, we don't even fuck with the water for real. We don't even be crossing the water like that for real. So you gonna get that up out your head. You finna be a horseman wife, and we gonna live happily ever after with our son. When she started to like interrupt, I guess, the tradition, like they tried all of the traditions they had. Because she didn't really like, you know, the way the women were being treated. I really felt like he should have told her, like, listen, I love you, but this is how we do things around here, and you either gonna get with it or get lost. She ain't gonna get lost because she loved him, but, you know, I feel like he really should have put his foot down, because him having to protect her is how he got that cut that eventually got infected. And that witch lady, which is another thing. What about that lady gives, I want to allow you to touch my husband? That lady looked like a witch. She looked like, stay away. I don't want no parts of whatever the heck you got going on. Like, I wouldn't even, oh, let her clean the wound. It hurts me to see you like this. Girl, I'll figure it out. I'll do it. You mean tell me y'all got all these other women around here that didn't know nothing about how to take care of a wound? She got her husband killed. I know y'all not gonna want to hear that. You're not gonna want to accept it, but ultimately that's the truth. But hey, I guess that's a part of her journey, because baby, she went up into that fire. That's another thing. That lady was funny because she stood by her action. Like, yeah, I did it. Now, no husband, no baby. Y'all not finna conquer the world. So go on about your merry little pretty life. So Daddy tied this woman up with the flames for her husband that she was gonna burn her husband with. She tied this lady up, y'all. She said, the only thing I want to hear is I just want to hear your screams. All you finna do is be screaming for your life. That lady said, I will not scream. There will not be any screaming going on. Something about that lady, that witch lady, something about her gave Gemini. Like, she was stubborn to the end. Do you hear me? But I thought that was really funny because she like, all I'm going to do is hear the screams when you freaking die. And she like, I will not be screaming. I'm not going to be doing any screaming. Yes, you are. She did get her get back on the lady that, killed her husband and her baby. And yeah, she went into the fire with her 3 dragon eggs and came out naked with 3 dragons. Okay, I love it. I love to see it. Yeah, season 1 was cool, very dramatic. Again, justice for my boy Ned Stark. I hate they took him out season 1 like that. I would have at least liked to had spent more time with him. I would have at least like spent a little more time with him, like they took him out real quick. They wanted to start a pot real quick. Like, we just started. Y'all pushing people out the window. We find out the queen sleeping with her brother. Y'all done killed Ned Stark. Like, what happened to the warm up? There was no warm up with this show. It just was trauma after trauma after trauma. But I'm here for it. So if y'all like this video, please leave a like. Leave me a comment. Have y'all watched Game of Thrones? Am I too late to the party? Like, is it too late for me? I'm gonna talk about more when I come back with the next one with season 2. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.